Circa was undoubtedly a steep price tag and a splurge booking for me. I rarely will spend $200 for a weeknight stay in Vegas. With all the typical activities Las Vegas resorts offer visitors, I can confidently say that Circa does two things better than any other strip or downtown accommodation, and for me that made it well worth the premium. I booked a single king room with a view of Stadium Swim for $206.79, including resort fee and taxes. Two things had me super pumped about this booking. One, Circa is the newest hotel downtown, opening in late 2020, and I'm yet to stay there. The second, the Stadium Swim view selection assured I'd be falling asleep to the neon glow of SportsCenter highlights. That viewing preference did tack on an additional $25 to my reservation, well worth it. I arrived at Circa around 10:30 a.m. and thought I may as well try to get into my room early. The check-in line was deserted, so I shot my shot. The employee working at the front desk got me into my room immediately with no additional fees. Such a nice gesture. As a reminder, Circa is on Fremont Street. Now, I love the Fremont scene as much as anybody, but in moderation. The chaotic corridors, rowdy street performers, and unhinged human beings are all part of the experience, but I can only take so much. When it's time to wind down for the evening, I don't like that vibe spilling over into my lodging, which some downtown hotels struggle to control. On the security front, Circa was buttoned up. Circa is a 21+ resort and they check IDs at every entrance to ensure compliance. While not necessarily intentional, this likely doubles as additional security to keep troublemakers out. The hotel elevators are also secured and you can only enter the lobby with an active hotel key. Here's my brother giving a demonstration about 10 beers deep. I was also under the influence and accidentally filmed in slow motion. I truly loved that I could be immersed in the chaos of Fremont Street, and minutes later, within the bowels of Circa, I felt like I had teleported to a different universe, one that was a little bit more orderly and calm. Usually when I walk to my hotel room, I point out how bright and vibrant the decor is, but Circa was intentionally dark and it worked. I loved the black, brown, and blue. It felt classy and different from any of the other higher end hotel rooms we reviewed to date. My room was on the 16th floor and I couldn't wait to take in the views. Upon entering the room, I was shocked to see that I wasn't in a single king room at all. I was in Circa's Flex room, which has a couch that converts to a king bed with a little bit of elbow grease. A great amenity if you're fighting with the Mr. or Mrs. or just like to spread your wings a bit during the day but would benefit from two beds at night. I didn't need the extra bed on this trip, but this option could appeal to many people. I was researching after my stay and I couldn't figure out how to intentionally book a flex room on Circa's website. I called the hotel and an employee thought flex rooms were just backups for when standard room types were sold out. You may need to call the Circa reservation line if you are set on booking one. For the life of me, I couldn't figure it out. The room aesthetic was gorgeous. One of my favorite features was the view. It looked good during the day and even better at night. All the lighting was controlled at the bedside and various mood settings existed. The full body illuminated mirror by the entryway was a lovely touch and a rare amenity. There were also plenty of bedside charging options including standard outlets, USB-A and USB-C ports. The bathroom was just as impressive as the room. It was beautiful, well lit, tastefully decorated bathroom, one of the nicest I've experienced in Las Vegas. With any of my hotel reviews, I'm looking for maintenance mishaps, cleanliness concerns, and other blemishes that could impact a customer's stay. The bass from the pool scene does thump a bit during the day, something to keep in mind if you're a daytime napper. If I really want to nitpick, which while you're here I may as well, I did chuckle at the bedside tech and I wondered if anybody navigates the leggy interface to accomplish things that would be 100 times easier on an iPhone. The room also felt a bit cluttered. There are too many options for sitting. I'm an open floor plan guy. I like ample space to pace around while I'm fretting a sports bet. This room was perfect. It was clean, maintained, and it did meet the steep price tag. Earlier in the video, I mentioned I thought Circa did two things better than any other resort in Las Vegas. The first is the sports betting and viewing experience. The resort was built for sports fans who need easy access to a TV screen at all times. Whether in the casino, at the bar, eating, or in the room, the Sportscast is always following you and vice versa. Similar to the North Star, the omnipresent guiding light for explorers centuries ago, in Circa, no matter where you are in the resort, that glow of the 78 million pixel TV screen will always lead you to true north. The casino was also easy on the eyes. When I was there on a Wednesday afternoon, table game minimums were $10 for blackjack, $10 for roulette, and $15 for craps. I particularly enjoyed the longest bar I've ever seen in my life, and casino light fixtures were an A+ in my book. The other thing Circa does better than any other resort is its pool experience at Stadium Swim. I was surprised at the logistics of getting up there, highlighted by an escalator that seriously felt like scaling Mount Everest. Lockers are available to store your stuff, although there is a cost. Towels are included with admission. There's 200 chaise loungers scattered around, free to use once you're in. But if you'd like to book cabanas, stadium booths, day beds, or couches, there is a cost associated with that, and you must reserve them online. They can get really pricey during big sporting events, like shockingly expensive. An upper cabana for opening day of March Madness would set you back 8 Gs. You'll also be able to order drinks and food and place bets all from the pool area. Like any Vegas pool, expect to pay a little bit of a premium for food and drinks. You'll be paying $11 to $12 for beers or $1,000 for a bottle of Kettle One vodka.
What?
Food seemed a little more reasonable. You can get things like tacos, sandwiches, wraps, kind of in that $20 to $25 range. And they do offer food platters for larger groups where it seemed like you get a little more bang for your buck. One last thing, even if you're not staying at Circa, you can still purchase a day pass, which generally costs between $20 and $40 depending on the sports calendar for the day. I also got to give a shout out to Circa's parking garage, the Garage Mahal, which is skyway connected to the casino and allows you to wait for your rideshare in extreme luxury. I think this is the only footage of a parking garage I have in all of Las Vegas, so enjoy it. There are many good food options right on the Circa premises. Sticking with the sports theme, Victory Burger is located on the second level adjacent to the Sportsbook. Here you can get a cheeseburger for under $15 while still immersed in the cheers and jeers from the book's atmosphere. 8 East offers the guests a wide array of Asian cuisine, including pot stickers, wontons, and dumplings. The $18 Don Don noodles caught my eye and are on my list for my next visit. During this trip, I stopped at Saginaws, a delicatessen open 24 hours because I've heard the Royal Flush Reuben was a must-try. I paid $22 for the sandwich and $5 for the Diet Coke, before tax and tip, which isn't cheap, but it was really good. Going in, I wasn't even a Reuben guy, and I can say with certainty that I've never ordered one from a restaurant ever. But now, it's even my go-to order back home, and while none of the Reubens have top Saginaws quality, I do pay about half the price, a small consolation. Jackpots is open 24/7 and offers brewed coffee for just $5. I took advantage of that a few times. They also have lighter breakfast options like muffins, donuts, sandwiches, and other sweet, carby items. For a fancy meal, look for Vegas Vicky's Cocktail Lounge and head down the escalator to Barry's. I already scoured the Reddit threads for you and the feedback is incredibly positive. Many past customers are adamant it's Las Vegas' best steakhouse for both quality of cuts and vibes. The last thing I want to mention is Circa's Legacy Club, a cocktail lounge on the 60th floor offering arguably the best Vegas views on all of Fremont Street. After posting up in the Sportsbook for a solid couple of hours, taking loss after loss, we stumbled by the Legacy Club entrance and thought, let's try to get up there. We were both wearing t-shirts, blue jeans, tennis shoes, nothing fancy, and to our shock, the hostess smiled at us, told us we were good to go and to enjoy ourselves. We both ordered a beer for around $11 each and took it all in. Just a note, a reservation will likely be necessary on busier nights and weekends. I do wonder if we would have gotten in at all if it wasn't a ghost town up there. This was not a planned visit by any means. It was spontaneous, unexpected, and I'm so glad we did it because it may have been the highlight of my stay. If If you're in the area and aren't dressed too much like a slob, try to get up there. Circa blew me away, there's no denying it. Lounging by the pool, betting on sports, now that's my ideal vacation, and there's no better resort to do both simultaneously in Las Vegas. The other non-negotiable for me when staying downtown is keeping the Fremont experience outside, and Circa was up to the challenge. While Circa is an expensive reservation, for people with interests similar to mine, who want a phenomenal room in a primetime location, I'd venture a guess that you'll also find Circa to be a worthy splurge.